We do the best we can.
Yes, we're doing our best.
We do the best that we can.
That's all anyone can ask of us, and if they ask more, they can fuck off.
And I think it would only be this community that I would ever do anything without makeup on. I will say that.
Yeah.
I don't like to not have makeup on in front of others, but that's okay. It's all right.
But you still look absolutely gorgeous, so.
You do. You and Lexi both. I mean, like, I haven't seen you without any makeup on. So, I mean, they're not wearing makeup. They look like
Hi, hot girl. Yay!
I mean it.
By Daddy Choo Choo, but
Sometimes I'm I mean it.
I'm excited to do this, though.
yes, I hope everybody's at the
Like, I'm always stoned as fuck, and so every time I buy all the things, and I'm like, what's my fucking limit too? And then like, I'm not saying fucks, and I'm like, how do I do this?
Hell yeah, with the Fen podcast. Yay! I want to paint on wood. Cool.
Ooh, I love painting on wood. It is very fun. I get really like creative with the things. Like using stain on wood and like doing different things with it. It's really fun. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thing up
to lube myself with. Eating in it. You need to feel creative. Marijuana helps that.
There it is.
I agree. I mean, sometimes you need to get your creative juices out, and sometimes they need to be a little medicinal. And you know what? Whatever works. Whatever works.
I was out there in the garden ripping out a bunch of aloe.
Oh.
They got the flips over.
Yeah, it's
Koala! Hi!
Hi, everybody.
I'm sadly known as my favorite girl. Hey guys. I'm eating
I'm excited. That's the true part of it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Sorry, just really enjoying Reform Tours just then.
Thank you so much for joining us. Holy crap, we're gonna paint another thing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be better than the last one. This is gonna be like amazing. This is gonna be like our best third album ever. I'm excited for all of it.
Love it.
It's our third album.
I'm so excited to paint this. This is such a beautiful painting, and honestly, straight up, I was at Target earlier today, and bitches, we're gonna paint something better than you can find at the goddamn Target.
Good.
Why pay $30?
So expensive.
Absolutely.
You can make it at home.
Absolutely. And you can do this in any color scheme that you want. Yeah, and well, the color scheme that we're using obviously is the blues. So we have our teal paint, and then we have like our navy, and we're just going to be kind of making different versions of these for the different layers that we have in the back. So we're going to do a lot of mixing. That's why I said do 2 plates this time. And a hot tip, I just was thinking about this. If you get the plates that are kind of like coated like plasticky, not the ones that are like real fibery, it's easier to mix. So maybe next time that could be something. And then we also have.
I'm gonna go grab a different plate then.
Yeah. Mine has flowers on it, so it's already very.
You got the like kind of waxy top ones. Mm-hmm. You got it. Oh, and then Fancy Pants over there with her palette.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, it's just a little thing.
Oh, thanks everyone for joining the chat. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Wow. This is so cool. I'm so excited that like everyone's going to get into this. I hope you guys have your own supplies, or you could just watch if you don't feel like it, you know, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely. It's very soothing to just watch as well. It's a lot of fun. I know we also have 2 other things. We want our 2 different types of brushes. So we're gonna have this sort of like medium to big squarish brush, and then like a kind of a smaller one. But honestly, with this type of painting, because we're going to be drawing lines over the, you know, the parts that where the two paints come into each other, it's not super important for it to be like real perfect, like up, because you can sort of draw it out on your own. So if you just have one of these, that works as well. And then I have my gold paint pen, right? That's a sucker. And if you just have gold paint and you aren't a shaky bitch like me, you can kind of just paint the gold paint on there. I like this because it gives a good consistency, like it's the same width all the way through, so that you're not, it doesn't look as kind of choppy as it does when you try to do.
That's good, because you definitely have to get into the paint side of it, because I only have the paint. So.
Absolutely.
Well.
I will be happy to do that as well.
Perfect. But I can improvise.
Yeah,
very excited.
Totally.
I'm a good improviser.
That's totally fine.
That paint pen can get you high. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's very strong.
Like, it can be very potent. It can be very potent. I got this, but you can get anything that's sort of round size. We're going to use that to kind of draw out the moon and mark out that area for ourselves. But, you know, I use a lid of a jar, because then I can kind of like brace the thing around it and kind of get that perfect circle.
Or if you have any Camino gummies, yes, they are filled with marijuana. Perfect size for the moon.
Yes, I think those are in the mini fridge. Hold on.
I'm sure that they are. I'm
Perfect.
pretty sure they are. In fact,
that's perfect.
I think I'm going to use a cup because that's the best I can do. But I think that'll be all right.
And that works too. It's just anything that's round. You just kind of, it's a little bit easier. Our brains
or the top of a
don't
grinder.
do perfectly round. Mm-hmm. Well, what did you say?
I apologize. I said Manichae. I said, or the top of a grinder. I like, it's like I have a butane.
Yes,
or the
absolutely.
top of a grinder. It's like explaining the kind of things around me where I'm like, well, I've got a dab rig. I could probably fucking put that. We're gonna have a great time. I'm getting stoned, y'all. So if anyone wants to join me,
you know what? I'm here with you. This is I was telling them earlier. This is Vaposlava. So named because of Carolina's Bongalina.
Oh yeah. And I told you guys I can't smoke on the stream because I keep thinking I'm watching the stream that I happen to be in. And I can't do that this time. I got work to do.
It's like, that one looks like me.
Yeah. Just let me tell you what to do, and you can do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my paints out.
Let's do our craft setup. Big focus on.
Yeah. What's the first thing? What's step one? What's step one on making this beautiful painting?
Okay, step one is going to be black paint, and we're going to start at the top of our canvas with a little bit of black, and we will be doing that with a larger brush.
Larger square brush.
Damn.
How large are you talking? I bought many of them.
That's okay. If you want to use a really big one, you can. I would say maybe the one on the left. Well, my left. You're right. Yes.
BRB. I bought everything except for the black.
A large brush. Will this do, or should I just stick with this one? This is all I got today.
I would go with the square one. The other one is a fan brush, and that's like more for details, where when you're like trying to do hair. Although I would love to watch you paint this painting with that brush. I will advise the square one.
Gotcha. I can do this. I can do this in double time. You'll see.
You got this. You got this.
You're
and Manichae says, I got dabs, a bong, and a pen, all the things. All right.
All the things.
All you need are the paints. Really?
Yeah,
and if you
exactly.
got those, the hell with it.
You don't even need brushes. Just use your hands.
There you go.
Oh, we're finger painting.
Already.
Ooh, I love.
Great question. The FM podcast asked, did we draw the circle already? Should we draw that first? No.
Okay. No, we're gonna do that later.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead with my black. We wet
the brush or we don't wet the brush?
My brush was already wet. I want you to kind of reiterate a little bit about this craft paint. It can be a lot like nail polish. So it'll be really thin the first coat, and while it dries, it's going to look grayish. But just let it dry, and if you feel like you want to put a second coat on it, be sure it's dry, because then you will pick up the coat underneath it if it's not. So, but yeah, a little wet brush, just nothing drippy.
And for those of you like me who accidentally bought, I thought they were 2 canvases, but they were just one big one, slap some extra paint on it.
Yeah.
That works.
You got paint? Get it on there.
Oh, I got paint. I've got glitter of every color. All right, so we're just doing the top, right? Or we just do, okay, so we're doing
Yep.
Hello, Nuka Babe 23. How are you
Nuka!
doing?
And I don't really play video games.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining. Silly chairs.
Yeah.
Everyone, Middle Flat giving you hell. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna say your names.
I like this energy today, Lex.
I'm feeling crazy.
Great.
Yeah, that's great.
Love it.
Is there a reason, or is it just like general pregnancy?
I think it's just general insanity. Just like, you don't really know what you're gonna get with me.
You're just like Jamiroquai. We'll start calling you
Virtual insanity
Yeah.
should be the tagline to our thing.
Yep.
So Holden and I got a car, and so I'm really excited about it. And
You got one?
Yeah, we got one. So
Hell
What kind
yeah.
of car did you get?
So it's a Honda CR-V. Now here's the thing. So I drove to Bye Bye Baby today, so that I'm just like very excited because I drove. So it's a Honda CR-V, and it's black, and it's really nice, and it has a lot of safety features. And
good. Yeah,
because that's kind of like, we didn't really care about anything except for really safety features. And we just hope that we made the right decision, because we definitely went in just kind of looking to research.
That's great, because my CRV is 21 years old.
Yes.
And still kicking.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's, I was talking to the sales guy about that. I was like, listen, I know these are good cars because I'm driving one right now.
A 21-year-old. So are we using the same color? Navy?
This is the navy, and I did not wash my brush out. I just went right into it with the black still on my brush.
Okay.
And I'm kind of blending it out. And when you blend, it's best to go from the darker part down rather than try to go back up into the darker part, because it tends to bring a lot of the black down, and you don't want it to get too dark. You just want it to sort of turn like a gray, like dark cornflower color.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Silly chairs, we drove the HRV too. Oh, sorry, Carolina, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I don't have exact navy, but I have something that maybe is kind of similar to it. So that's, it doesn't
when the
matter.
black mixes with it, it'll become navy.
What is it, a marine?
I love the names for colors. I
know.
I do
It's
too.
metallic blue, but I think it'll work. I figured, why not?
Oh yeah.
And
I desperately want to become a person who names
Nail polish?
colors.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun job.
Does anybody, Carolina, you might, I don't know, because you're closer to my age. Do you remember when Crayola had the color, the contest where you got to
I sent in so many responses.
Yeah.
No, I'm not aware of that. I remember I came to America in 1998. So, but I've been working on learning the history backwards.
The history of what would have been your childhood.
Have you made it to Lisa Frank yet?
Yes, because that made it to Colombia and Mexico.
That was big enough.
Okay,
got it.
Gotcha.
That was huge.
Gotcha.
When I was,
I needed to see the scale. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, that was an important time in my life. Definitely. Any kind of kittens on a notebook or anything. And I never knew what to write, and I could never draw. So I just wrote my name over and over again for pages. Kind of like Jack Torrance in The Shining, but except I was a girl who just didn't know what to say until much later.
That's better than just writing Jackie Legolas over and over again. Last name.
That would have
Mrs.
been
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I think I wanted to, at that time, I wanted to marry Ryder Strong.
Oh,
And,
yes.
from Boy Meets World.
Yep.
I think I called myself
Yep.
Mrs. Strong.
Oh, well.
Oh, good for you.
I was Ms. Bronislava Taylor Thomas, or Miss Hanson if you're nasty, because those are my
a double
boos.
wedding. But luckily, I met Marcus. So
It's like Chelsea said, "Oh, I was a kitten bitch for sure." Yeah, we got kitten bitches.
Kitten bitch.
I
All
liked
right.
dolphins.
Opposite of a horse girl.
A kitten bitch, horse girl, love it.
me
All right, so I
too.
feel like mine is too dark. Do you have any kind of recommendation?
Dark.
So we're actually, I'm gonna have you guys wash your brushes out. Try to get that black out of there. Remember the paint sits where the brush and the metal meet. So that's where you're gonna get a lot of that. So when you wash your brush out, make sure you pat it dry by like sort of pushing down on it. So you can get all the yuck out of the bottom.
Yeah.
Get the yuck out.
I got a lot of these.
I got a lot of yuck.
That's what I say to Holden every time. Never mind.
Yeah, get the yuck out.
Get the yuck out, baby.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
I like that.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for partying, okay?
I'm doing my best with my refreshingly light Fever Tree ginger ale.
I'm here. I'm with you. I got a little kombucha. I'm
There you go.
smooching the boots tonight.
Nice.
So cheers.
Awesome. Hey, Lisa Rose.
Okay.
Lisa Rose.
Hi, Lisa Rose.
Hi, Lisa
Glad
Rose.
you're here.
So I'm gonna go back into the blue, and now that I've kind of blended it out a little bit, I'm gonna add some more.
And
And
just
this
the
is where your
regular
blue is
navy,
gonna get-
right?
Yeah, and this is where your blue is gonna get a little bit brighter. Your navy is gonna get brighter, I should say. Blue is not as descriptive as it should be.
In the Navy.
Speaking of Lisa Rose, if I can shamelessly promote for a moment, Lisa Rose is going to be on my stream Dinner with Dolly next Sunday.
What, next Sunday? Hell yeah, what time?
Yeah. 5:00.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
Very cool. I
So I'm
love it.
blending
How
out
far
this
down are we
blue.
going here?
At this point, I would say you should be a couple, I don't know how to explain that. A couple fingers above halfway.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple fingers deep.
Yeah. Get those
We've all been
fingers
there.
above halfway.
Multiple fingers deep.
Marcus today bought a book about like just crazy like goth art and fetish stuff for some like reference work that he's gonna do in the future. Nothing to do with me, but man, there were a lot of people, a couple knuckles in deep.
Whoa.
Oh,
Fun.
Art, and that's what it is.
it kind of reminds me of the list on the last page 7 when you talked about
everybody
Kermit
was
the
upset.
Frog.
Everybody was upset.
I was at the doctor's office listening to you guys being like, why?
I thought that it would be fun and interesting to open up our awareness to new art.
Hey man, as an artist, I get it. I see the art in it. I see the beauty. But I also cringe at thinking about being fisted in public. So
Yeah, that's a private.
Ooh, or even in private. I mean, you do you. Everyone does it.
or
whatever they
even in
wanna do.
private.
But some of us are different sizes, and
Yeah.
not so well.
So now that I've got all that blue on there, I'm gonna start dipping into my teal turquoise.
Ooh,
And I'm
we
gonna
dip
start-
in?
We dipping. We're gonna kind of start mushing these two babies together
All right.
Okay.
and lightening up a bit.
I apologize.
The harder you
Don't-
press the brush. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I apologize. We don't wipe it up. We don't wet it though.
No, you should probably have a little bit of that navy still left in the brush.
Yeah.
And so when the two kind of start to press against the canvas, it'll mix itself.
Okay.
And you'll get a little bit of a combo of the two already, and that'll help kind of make the gradation. The gradient? Gradation
Gradation is a cool
gradient.
word.
I know words and things.
I like that.
And this is the turquoise we're talking about right now.
Yes, so we're getting into that teal. Teal turquoise.
Okay, cool.
Choose, pick your poison when it comes to what you call it.
Sweet. All right.
Just don't call it late for dinner. Thanks. Thank you.
Cool. And thank you, Lisa Rose. We do look pretty banging tonight. I am very 90s. I'll always be 90s. And Lexi's skin is glowing. She is glowing. She's glowing.
I'm wearing concealer.
From miles. And Jackie's wearing color and ruffles. What a treat. I agree.
Yeah.
It's a look. This is a gardening outfit, and I was pulling out a bunch of aloe vera, and I kept getting cut by it, and it was a whole. I got to make way for pumpkins.
Ooh.
Yes. Yep. We actually have separate parts of the yard. We have our fall part and our spring part of our yard.
Yeah. Ugh, that's the dream. That's my someday dream.
Well, if you ever come up this way, you can come. I made a little pond in my backyard and a chair next to it so I can sit in the sun and read a book. And I love it so very, very much.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's my spot. And I got this cute fountain for the pond, and it's solar powered, so it like splurts little waters up, and at night it glows. It's really fun. I love it very much. So you can come sit, chill, and read in my spot.
All right, so how far down we going here?
All right, now we should be about halfway.
Okay.
We should be about halfway.
I'm a little more.
I'm definitely past halfway, but that's all right. That's okay.
I'm getting there.
No worries.
There's nothing.
Man, baby, cat's kitten me. Thank you so much for the sub, me love. Mwah.
Whenever you are done though, just go ahead and wash your brush out. So that it's nice and clean and you're ready.
Cool. I'm almost there. I'm working double time with this tiny little guy, but he is mighty though, regardless.
That's okay.
I was just watching Robin Hood Men in Tights the other night, and the whole
I
like,
love that movie so much.
It's such a rewatchable movie.
It's amazing.
And it's not the size that matters; it's how you use it.
Yeah. Although really very true.
That is, yep, absolutely. I will agree with that.
It mostly doesn't matter.
It ain't the size of the boat; it's the motion in the ocean, right?
Right.
Yeah, that is very much true.
I feel really good I feel at peace with what's happening on my canvas right now.
Yeah, great. That
Great.
sounds great.
Good,
I like what I'm doing here too.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a party
Good.
and we're painting.
I'm also. What did you say, Lexi?
I said it's a party and we're painting.
Damn straight,
You
mama.
could turn it into a party too. Get like a little like confetti coming down.
I need a disco ball.
Yes.
It could just be a disco ball. You're absolutely right. After it dries, you could throw glitter on top of it.
Glitter is my favorite color. Okay.
Whew. Don't make me get all Martha Stewart hot over here. Okay. So I've grabbed a little white, and I'm trying to blend out this teal. Because I washed my brush in between, if the teal isn't really blending in or it dried a little bit, you can either use a tiny bit of water to blend them together, or you can just add a little teal into the white to blend that out.
I'm sorry, just white paint.
Yeah, just plain white paint on a clean brush and blend the teal in. And you can kind of just keep blending up if you need to with that white. If you do it kind of, I'm trying to show you. There No.
I'm not prepared.
Too bright.
I gotta get my white out. So.
Yeah, I'm on it too. All right.
There we go.
That looks really good.
Cool.
This will.
Thank you, Carolina.
Okay, so, and I apologize. How far down do we do the white?
So I'm trying to show, yeah, there we go. It's about as far down as the navy was up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So where you stopped painting navy is where you should stop painting white, but on the opposite side.
Okay.
That was confusing, I feel like.
I got it. Now, I accidentally bought metallic white, so mine just kind of looks like I'm smearing jizz all over the bottom of it, but that's
okay.
fine. It's
Little pearl.
Pearlized jizz.
Pearlized. Well,
Yes.
I mean...
Make it art, everybody. Make it art.
Who says
it's what
you
I
can't name colors? Just white.
Absolutely. I
They're not all
absolutely
like
feel
that.
like Edward would have
And baby.
pearlized jizz.
Yeah.
What the Fem podcast? Thank you so much, my love, for the sub. Mwah.
Love.
Silly
All right,
kid.
so
The canvas will run with jizz. Yeah, it will. That's,
Yeah.
that's very prophetic. Yes,
Oh.
I like it.
No, I thought I had a big thing of white, but turns out it was just a Mod Podge. And that's what happens when you look too quickly through your crafting supplies before you go to the Michaels.
That happens.
yeah, absolutely. I just happen to like always have my garage is filled with craft stuff to the point where it's like causing harm in my relationship with my husband. He's like, keep your stuff on your side. I'm like, I can't help it. That ball of yarn fell out of nowhere and rolled onto your tool.
Yeah.
Silly
that's the thing.
squares.
Unless
Jizz
you're
smears.
a crafter that's marrying an artist like I am, so that's our problem, is that like we need a whole house just for our supply.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I
All
understand
right.
that.
You can go ahead and wash your brush out again.
What did it curse?
Oh, good, Nuka babe. I'm glad that you feel inspired to get crafty. Yay.
Yes. Please and
Yeah.
thank you.
Just go to a Michael's and
Yeah.
you will be compulsively crafty by the end of your trip.
Yes.
Man, Michael's is
So much
fun.
so.
And I have no I can't do any kind of artistic kind of stuff very well, but I still have fun at Michael's, and I end up like with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Even though I was a Joann's snob for years because I worked at Joann's for 6 years. So
Joann's is
I
good
was
too.
like, fuck you, Michaels.
Yeah. Yeah. I went to a Joann's the other day I do cakes sometimes, and I went there to find something for a cake. And I walked in and I was like, Joann's. Everything had like a sale sticker on it,
Mhm.
but it's not really a sale. They just mark the prices up like crazy and then put a sale sticker on there. It just makes me laugh. I feel like they do it at all craft places, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, Moon Bastard. Michael's is better for crafting, but Joann's is better for quilting, which at the time
Yeah,
it was a lot
fabric.
more like sewing and quilting and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah, I guess they do all have their purposes, don't they?
they do. They do.
Yeah.
You're speaking to a manager of Joann Fabrics, all right? And man, I was so pissed off when Twyla died because I could have been made to the head manager, but I had to go to college. Twyla!
Damn you, Twyla. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my pencil, and I'm going to kind of I'm gonna want to kind of draw lines where I'm gonna make my mountains, right? So because this is still drying up here, I'm gonna start with my lowest mountains first. And in the painting, as you see, we're going to have 5 different colors of mountain. So what you can do is you can, to your liking, I would like to make a sort of lighter blue, like a lighter cornflower blue. And I'm going to make that with navy, white, and maybe just a touch of black. But anyway, we're going to just start to draw these lines out and have them in here. And hopefully by the time we get up here to draw the lines, it's going to be dry. The two bottom ones are going to go straight across. And then this one is going to come up and down. And this one comes up and down in front. And then the back ones are a little bit more hilly. Don't be afraid to get like squiggly with it. One thing that I do when I'm drawing is I like to just sort of like drag my hand almost like a stopper. So it sort of like jars my hand on purpose, if that makes sense. So I'll kind of pull my line across, and then I just want to bring a hill and down. It's okay. It's good to have points, but you don't want anything like way pointy. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then the next one will be sort of
baby Jack Mama 82. Thank you for the
opposite
sub.
of that a little bit. And then the next one will come up and down, and this one will go in front, up and down, and then the back ones. And it's good to like fill in the holes. Are you scared, Jack? You look scared.
No, I love it. Excelsior said, Jackie, it's going to be okay. I realize like that's the look of my face anytime I'm watching, like anytime I'm concentrating, and then I'm like, oh, I forget there's a camera on me. That my concentration face is just constant. All right, so one line across.
Yes, but yeah. So we're gonna start with our first one on our canvas. Okay. And I'm going to come across.
Craggy.
Got it. Yeah. So think of it more of like if you were looking out in the desert type of a mountain rather than like a hill or a peak mountain.
So question for you. What if you don't have a pencil? Because some people don't have a pencil.
And that's okay. What you can do is you can grab a little bit of paint, make a really light color, right? So I'll take like a little bit of white and black and mix up sort of a lighter gray tone. And then take your brush using it this way and not this way. And then just do the same thing using your brush. It doesn't matter what your lines end up looking like because you're going to paint over it. It's just a marker of where you want it to be.
Got it.
Yeah.
What did you say,
Jay? If you use a pen though, right? Because I did just use a
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
You failed. Totally. No pens.
Please get out of my class.
Remember, there are no mistakes, only orgasmic happy things that happen. I got to Bob Ross.
Only happy orgasms.
Bob Ross gave us all orgasms.
Certainly did for me. That's number one.
Don't make me laugh. I'll pee myself.
All right, so
don't pee.
So the second one is like the same kind of thing, but opposite. So like on one side, I went down a little. So on this side, I should go up a little.
Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure that you're kind of filling in the space and you don't want to make too many of the same types of patterns. So
and like an inch or so above it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
I'm going to turn this light down a little bit. There we go. That's probably a little bit better, huh?
All right.
Okay. Now I'm going to come in and do my two peaks. So I'm going to go up and down, and then I might just go, I'll do a little bit up and down in front of it. So.
Okay. Two boobs.
Boops.
Two boobs. There we go.
Like rocky boobies.
There, yeah. Oh, well, you can't see it but yeah, I made them. Okay, cool. All right, this
Cool.
is perfect. It looks like giant lips right now, but that's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it does!
You're right. Absolutely. Totes. Okay. I recently watched I Love You, Man. And
I love that
I just
movie.
watched it for the first time. It's great.
it's really good. And I have like lately been saying like totes and totes my goats and latris on the manje and all of these horrible things that he says. Paul Rudd is the most awkward like person. But he's so good to look at.
It's great.
All
right, and then there's the last one. What's
and
the
then
last
we've got our last one here. I'm gonna make sure I make a little bit of space so that I can draw a little more. I did want to keep just a touch of my lighter color, but it's okay if it's not. Let's go up a little higher. See, and you can change it up because it doesn't have to be, you can change it when you look at it and it doesn't have to be the same. I just made an idea, but I'm going to go to the very top of whatever line I just made.
So make more like peaks, like the top of a mountain peak.
Yeah. And then, and it's good to like go up into the darker area up here, but it's also good to like leave a little bit of that whitish teal area to be seen as well.
All right, now I get why I need a pencil, but it makes perfect sense. There's a reason for everything. and my mountains are voluptuous and uneven, but for all our mountains. So that's the point.
Yeah, my mountains are also voluptuous, like.
And the right one is always bigger than the left one.
Yes, and give me insane back problems, but
Ooh, yeah. You know what? They definitely look like breasts, so which means they definitely look like mountains. So that's good.
I have to say I don't think there's a single person on this panel that doesn't like a titty. So
God,
this is good. This is good for all of us to be looking at.
I'm about to write a song about my own titties.
Yeah,
please do. I can't wait. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my circular and I'm gonna find a spot for my moon. Maybe to this side. Maybe you want to do it to this side. Maybe you want it to be a sun instead, so you kind of hide it behind the mountain.
That's cute.
It's totally up to you what you feel like. I'm just gonna go standard so that everyone, if they want to do what's on the painting that we have here, they can.
All right, cool.
Do that.
So if your pencil isn't really showing up in the paint part of the picture, do you have a recommendation for that?
Well,
so in the part that's already wet,
on it
and the part
accident,
that's still wet,
yeah, I guess so.
The weight of it kind of left a bit of an impression, so that could work too if you really
that's fine. I was gonna say, yeah, if you can at least just see where you dragged the pencil across, that's kind of
all that really matters.
It's equal. But I would say because we're gonna be starting with our black, you can just sort of make those lines up if you need to, right? So I am going in with my smaller brush. And into
and how small? I apologize, B. How small are we talking?
This is my small square. I'll put it in front of my face so you can see what it looks like.
Okay.
But you can really use whatever brush works best for you, because all we're going to do is we're going to...
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Was that you, Lexi?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's all good. You're all good. This is a place to do it.
I know, right?
It's that ginger
I'm actually
ale.
shocked from drinking that seltzer that I'm not burping more.
All right, so we wet the brush or we don't wet the brush?
Yes, wet the brush. Just ever so slightly wet the brush. Not drippy.
And it's the black that we're using?
Yep, we're going right into the black. And we're starting our line.
Okay.
And we're gonna kind of do this like you would if you were coloring with crayons, right? You're gonna go along the lines and then you'll fill in the middle. And don't forget to wrap it around the side, because if you have like a thick bitch like Jackie does, the canvas is a little thicker, you're gonna want to go right across on the other side as well, so it wraps around and looks really nice.
Oh yeah, mine's a big old thick, just like a mama.
Thick. Oh, gotcha.
Just like a mama.
She needs tempo.
Here we go.
All right.
And when are we gonna name these mountains? That's later.
Oh
right?
my gosh. Yes.
We're on that.
And so are we?
I want you to think about it.
No.
Say that again, Jackie. I'm
Are
sorry.
we coloring this in?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to then kind of draw a similar line on the inside part of the next mountain. And then once I have these two lines painted, I'll then paint in between. So it's kind of like when you're coloring in a coloring book and you do that really dark line and then you kind of color in, you just follow the whole thing. It's going to be a little bit like that.
Okay.
Ah. Oh, I went to a really fabulous drag show last night. It was really fun and it was nice to get out.
I love that.
Cool.
I want to go to a drag show.
I know.
Oh yeah, I went to one last weekend. It was really, really fun too. It was really cool. They were keeping with all the precautions, but they also gave snacks and everything. It was really, really nice. And I was like, finally, I get to go out. So I understand. It
Totally.
It was just
We
thrilling.
were all like separated and they had like clear masks on their faces and you could kind of like just put the dollars like on the table and stuff, and it was really fun.
That's awesome.
So now that I have these two lines, I'm going to go ahead and start to color between my lines. Now, while your black is drying, black is one of those ones that it looks gray when it dries. So if it's not looking as black as you want it to look, give it a little time to dry and then add a second coat to it. Otherwise, you might be picking up the color off the page, and that can get quite frustrating. So we're gonna let that baby dry before we make it a little bit darker.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And speaking of babies, I gotta let my dog in. He's staring at me like, how dare you?
Oh, Georgie's sitting right over here, just watching this whole thing go by. And
Come on,
she's
love.
like, what the hell are you doing? And
Yeah.
I will show her from this school.
Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Okay, relax. There's a lot of cords. Okay, hi. I love you. Go lay down. Go lay down. You need to listen to me. Go lay down.
Yeah, Rob McCoy, I miss having the whole drag experience. It's coming soon. It's just only the beginning.
Yeah.
Reagan Piper Rose, welcome. Yay, you're beautiful.
Hi.
You're a goddess.
Here we go.
Right. How's everybody feeling? Are we feeling
feel
stressed?
good.
Or are we feeling good?
Good.
Good.
Really good.
Excellent.
And just so
I love that for us.
artistic. Yeah. Just feels like I don't know. I like the fact that like we're following along with what you're doing, but also it's kind of like, yeah, it's really whatever you want. It's really whatever.
Mhm.
It's like no
Yeah.
pressure. I wish they
Yeah,
had
super
this
chill.
gym class. Honestly, my life would have been so much different.
So you said you would suggest, so we don't get aggravated of spreading around the paint, that we just let it dry and then try to put more on.
Uh-huh. Yep. Just like that.
But I'm so good at fucking with it.
I know.
Me too.
I'm just like really
It's the
good.
red button, isn't it? It's the
Oh,
red.
I
Don't
wanna.
push the red
If
button.
I could just.
But I want to know.
If I could
I need
just.
to know. All right. So I want to let that dry. And so I'm going to start working down here and finding my very light color at the bottom. And I went ahead and I washed my brush out.
The tiny one?
And yeah, my tiny one. So now I'm going to grab my mixing plate, right? We want to make sure that we make a good amount of this paint for so that if you don't want it to dry out is what I'm trying to say. So make sure you make a bunch of it so that you can touch up things later if you need to touch up, or like say you got a little fingerprint on there and you want to clean up that color. It's hard to find the exact same color and you don't want to have to do that. So we're going to make a nice big lot of it. I am going to grab some of my
Anxious Spider-Man.
Anxious Spider-Man. I'm going to grab my navy.
Navy. And a bunch of navy or a little bit of navy?
Yeah. I'm going to grab, this is the amount of navy I grabbed. Let me show you. I got that much.
Cool.
It's a good amount. And then I'm going to take just 1 scoop of black and I'm going to stick that in there. And then I'm going to take a couple scoops of white and mix the scoop of white in there. And when I mix all of that up,
I really don't know what this is turning into, but I kind of like it, and it feels kind of cool to mess with all this like blobby paint. So
yeah, you kind of feel like a scientist, like 2 scoops of white and 3 scoops of black, and then you're like, I've created a monster. But yeah, really, it's just the color.
White. If you don't have white, then you put glitter in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There it is.
So you said it's navy and what else?
Navy, a little bit of black and white.
Okay.
This is what I came up with. I don't know if it's the same, but
Man, baby, Captain Sin.
Thank you so much for the
So I'm just kind of mixing mine up here.
Okay, I gotcha.
And this is my sort of cornflowery color. Now, if you wanted this to be, say you're feeling sassy and you wanted this to have like more of a greener tone to it, you could take a scoop of teal and also put that in there and it'll give it more of a greenish tone. So that's, you don't have to do that. It's just, you know, I'm putting it out there for anyone feeling like, get it, girl? Anyone feeling like they want to put a little bit in there.
Is this for the bottom?
This is for the very bottom one,
okay.
Yes. Yeah. But you don't want to put too much teal because
mine is really dark. Should I add some
okay.
Is that good, or should I add some more white to it?
Maybe put just a touch more white in there.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah. But we are going to use the teal on the second one up from that. So if it's too much teal, it will be hard to distinguish the two. So you want to make sure it's just a little bit of teal, just a tiny little bit.
Cool. This reminds me of the times when I was a teenager and I used to like make dinner for me and my brother when my parents were out of town. And I would just like throw a bunch of things in a pot and be like, isn't this great? And it's the same idea. It's just like, I'm making it up as I go along. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and
I used to
so
like.
Much, Anxious Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I listened to the new Beastie Boys episode, No Dogs in Space. I'm loving it. I will listen to it all again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is my time to. We work really hard on it, and so this is why we need to de-stress with some nice paints.
Absolutely, that's right.
Feels good.
Everybody, check out No Dogs in Space.
Yes, absolutely.
Unless they consent, No Dogs in Space.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start painting my front mountain.
Okay, so this is the bottom.
Yeah. This is the bottom. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm still improvising over here, but because you know, white is really like an integral part to miss when you're mixing color. But we got something.
It really
We
is.
got something.
It really, really is. It really is going to be whatever goes, but I'm going to be proud of it. It's going to be very unique.
It is. You know what? You're right. It is going to be very unique. It is.
Yes. It's going to be just Jackie.
Just Jackie. All right.
Okay. And now you paint the whole bottom part of it.
I love this. I like this color a lot.
Yeah.
Mine's like a steel gray.
Yeah. But does it have like just a tiny hue of like a steel gray, like a really dark cornflowery.
Oh my God, the boy that I was in love with, I always used to say he had steel blue eyes because he had just this like dark hair and really bright blue eyes. And he was the older brother of the other boy that they were like the Weasley family. They all looked the same. They were all really hot. And they all had dark hair. And like the sisters and the brothers all had dark hair and blue eyes. And they were all artists. And I was obsessed with all of them.
That's amazing.
I had a family of people like that I grew up around.
Broke my heart.
Like, so jealous of their whole life.
Yeah, he still broke my heart.
Oh no!
What a turd.
Family broke
fuck
your
him
heart?
then.
No, he just the one that was my age is the one that broke my heart. But that's all right. That's how you learn.
Well, that guy or girl is kicking themselves right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they fucking are. I'm doing fine. I'm getting married.
I was gonna say, you don't have to worry
fine.
about broken hearts anymore, right?
No, I fucking better not. I'll
Yeah.
put him in a fucking grave.
I think you'll have a lot of people probably do that for you, actually.
Yeah.
I know, I was gonna say.
You have amassed an army, Jackie.
No, I don't think that he will.
No, I don't think so either.
It's just so nice.
I think you're a great match.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know him as well as I know you, but
I liked Jeff the minute I met him. I think I met him at Henry and Natalie's wedding, and I liked him immediately. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to meet my whole family and all of my friends in one weekend. So that is.
And everyone was drunk the whole time.
And he doesn't drink. Yeah.
And he doesn't drink. He had to learn about the most annoying things about us first, and then get to know us on a more sober level later. He was anything, we were hoping he would like us. So.
And he did. He really fucking.
Perfectly weird. I'm so sorry that you flung paint all over your floor. That's
I just got paint everywhere.
I already knocked over my drink. My drink is totally, so don't worry. I ruined a book. It's good.
Also, I'm going to take this time. I'm just going to say this now for anyone else who needs to go back through and paint a little bit more black.
That's very true. That's great.
Good thinking. Actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to take this time to refill my empty drink. I'll be right back.
No, that's way more important. So I'm going home next week to see my mother for the first time in a year and a half. I'm terrified. So if I'm not back by next week, guys, my mother has kidnapped me, and I need you guys to all come down to Palm Harbor, Florida, and get me.
Okay. Noted.
Although I have to say, Jackie, I might just do it anyway because I'd like to meet your mom someday.
Oh my God, please. She would love it. She'd go, "Oh my God, you want to meet me? Well, I'm amazing." I'm like, "Yes, you are." Yeah.
I could just totally see, like, "Hi, I'm Branislava. Oh, what an unusual name." Like, I could totally see.
No, she's already like the wonderful, amazing Libby, who I do the audiobooks for. She was like, "Can she sit next to me at the wedding?" And I was like, "Mom, I think you gotta sit at like a family table or something." Like, she's like, "I know what they all have to say. I want to meet someone new. I want to talk to someone new." It was like, "You have to sit next to your husband. That's how it's gonna be."
All right.
That's really funny.
We're good. Crisis averted.
Oh, good.
There was a crisis?
I spilled
Thank you, Reagan
my
Piper Rose.
cup. All my cup runneth everywhere, but it's all good now. Yeah, the only thing that's sad is the little bit of drink I spilled over that probably cost me like $7. Don't worry, it's nothing. Actually, really whole cents if you really think about it. Okay.
All right,
I'm ready.
How's everybody's
we're gonna
painting coming? How's everything going?
Yeah, let's check in. Let's all check in real quick.
I didn't add black to my bottom, and I realized it's so much brighter, and I might go back and add black to make it a little bit grayer.
I like it. Yours are very pointy, and I like that.
It's pointy?
Round.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks good. That looks good. Oh my gosh, both of y'all.
I love.
Yay.
We're killing it, guys. All right. Okay.
We're doing okay.
Let's do this.
Oh, I like
so
how
the next
bright
color.
yours is, Lex.
Huh?
I did too. I was gonna say I do too.
I like that it's
I like
bright.
the color.
Okay.
It's good because it complements this part of your painting. You know, it's always good to have like a nice balance throughout the painting. So having the dark and then hitting dark here again, and then having that light and hitting white here again, it's a really good balance for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
And mounds are a good thing, Hot Girl. I do agree with that, Nuka. Mine is very moundy as well. And it's really, you know, what kind of mountains are you in? This is like the Little Prince book. Everyone has their own little planet full of mountains. Or mountains.
God. Well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Yes, you're right. And but also Lisa Rose, you're so positive and amazing. Okay, but truly you're all legit improving from the first stream. I feel like, you know what it is? I think it's the same as you say with fashion. It's the confidence. Make those mountains. Let's fucking do it. Who cares? Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And also just practicing, like knowing how to switch your brain from like normal brain time to creative brain time. It after time it progresses and you kind of you're able to use it a little bit better. So I mixed up a gray. It's kind of a darker gray. This is what it looks like.
And I apologize. How do you make that one?
So I did white and black. I just grabbed a white and I grabbed a little kind of a medium scoop of white and put it in like a good amount, maybe like a dime size amount of black, but you don't have white and black.
This one? You clean the little brush?
Oh yes, yes you do. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you know I ask 100 million questions.
No,
that's okay. That's okay.
You help all of us by doing that. I always appreciate that one person in class who asks when I'm just like, I don't know if I should bother.
I appreciate it too, though.
Don't worry, I'm never the one though. It's like, you forgot to give us homework, though, because those are the ones that got the shit beaten out of them.
That's what I call my son. My son's a well, actually kid.
Oh,
You'll say something and they'll go, well, actually, and I'm like, don't be that kid.
Don't. I do the same thing with my niece too, where I'm like, you don't like. I appreciate that you follow the rules, unlike any of your aunts or uncles, but nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rinse out my cup real fast because it's not a very big cup of water, and I think it's just watered down gray paint at this point. So
okay,
I will be right back, y'all.
Okay,
so this is a darker gray, right? And how much of this darker gray? Not too much, right?
Yeah, I just made enough that I can fill this area in this middle right mountain. I'm adding a little bit of gray.
Very impressed with you that you said that.
What, middle right?
No, yeah, the middle right mountain.
That's good, because maybe some people might be visually impaired, and you're doing the Lord's work, man.
Yes.
Great.
I was actually looking into Twitch and like how to get closed captioning on your Twitch.
If you figure it out, please let me know, because I don't
really play video games. Was looking through it. It looks like it's just something that they would have to put on. There's like oh, help me here. It's an option when you go to your profile or whatever that you can put on closed captioning. So it's not anything that the streamer can do, but the user has to do it themselves. So
like I do for all TV, unless Marcus is watching with me because he doesn't like it, but I need it because I'm one of those people who I need to know everything. I can't just go with it. I need all the information as it goes along. And sometimes I feel like sometimes it could be, it's not necessarily just a female woman kind of thing, but sometimes I feel like we do tend to want to have all the information. And then sometimes people like my husband like to just go with it. We'll figure it out as we go along. And I'm like, no, who are they? What's going on?
I like to know. Also, like the same with the masks and everything. I kind of need to be able to see someone's mouth to really understand what they're saying because I've got hearing issues.
I have hearing issues too.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? And I'm just like screaming with the fucking mask on.
Right? I actually have a really funny mask story. This happened like way early on, but for a little while I was like trying to make myself feel better. So I was like practicing with all these different kinds of makeups and stuff like that. So anyway, I go into this place to ask somebody something and I put my mask on and the person was like talking to me and they're like, I'm sorry, you have an eyelash on your mask. And I was like, oh, okay. Thinking like I had one eyelash on my mask. And no, they pulled a full set of false lashes off my mask, the very front of my mask. I had been standing there talking to them, not even knowing it was there. I didn't look at it at all before. And I was like, I laughed so hard. And I literally just grabbed it and I was like, thanks. And then I just put it right back where it was and continued to talk to them and then laughed.
You're like, I meant for it to be that. Thank you very much.
I was like, well, it's here now. It's part of who I am in your mind forever.
That's adorable.
I'm so sorry about my absence. I will get right on it.
No, you're totally good. Metal Flag, yes, Marcus and I did stop by the Chelsea Hotel. It was actually by accident. We stopped by because Marcus needed a snack. And then we're like, oh, Chelsea Hotel's right across the street. Holy crap. We forget that there's so much history in our own town. And so we posed a picture in front of it. We're like, who cares? We look lame. And we did the whole thing. There's so much history behind that, which we love, obviously. You know, we just stood there being like, that's where Nancy Spungen died or probably was murdered. So it's very interesting. It's very, tragic, but also it's fascinating.
Yeah.
So, it's very cool.
Oh, you did press days there once. The AC broke. Oof, that's rough. It is, as I said, Chelsea Hotel is a very tragic place. Full of colorful stories, I could say to these.
Yeah. I don't really play video games. Said it's my eyelash mustache.
Oh,
that's what I said.
I meant for it to be.
So funny.
Now, do you have any tips for I seem to have been accidentally meshing the black and the gray a little bit? Is there a way to clean that?
Is it so it's kind of mixing together as you're painting?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and that's okay. Once it dries, when you go to put that gold line, it's gonna make a very defining, this is gray, this is black.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Now I want to do this other mountain. This is going to be my left second to top mountain. And I'm going to grab some black and some of the teal. And I want to mix that together.
Black
and that's going to make this sort of weird gray kind of color. And then I might, for just myself, grab a little teensy bit of blue to mix in there as well, because I think I like that color better with a touch of blue in it.
So you said, I apologize, so it's black,
teal,
and
then a little bit of blue.
And also Mary O'Brien 91, did Sid Vicious die at Chelsea too? No, he died a little less than a year later when he got out of jail, because remember they accused him of murdering her. he got out on bail, and then to celebrate, they had a spaghetti party at his then new girlfriend's place.
So
and he died downtown, just so you know, in the village. I forget exactly where, maybe Bank Street or somewhere like that. Just a little, just that, and also art. We're just putting it all together.
I think it's great.
I mean, that's so cool that you know that, though. I know the stupidest things. Like like the things I can rattle off are never like as cool as what you just said.
We're so happy to have you, Nukes.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
you said black and teal?
Black and teal, and then I just touched a little blue in there, just so that it didn't look too gray. It had more of it's almost like the darker version of this cornflower that we had here.
Okay, yeah. I think I mixed too much black in mine, so I just kind of have to keep adding more teal, I think, because it turned into more black, I guess.
So I will say it makes me remember that like I was always the one that would get yelled at for using too much like paint or too much supplies, because I'm like, but I'm making magic, and they're like, you used all the paint, and I'd be the one that got yelled at. Fair.
Those people suck. That's how I feel. I worked at a place where it was like a children's art studio, but we had like just basically like shelves on the walls with bins full of like googly eyes and glitter glue and stuff like that.
Oh.
And boy, kids, when they have full reign,
they need all.
Dude, that
supplies.
fucking Top Elf show I did, nuts. They thought that it was all it was free.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where are we painting next? I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. So we have our dark gray mountain over here.
Yeah,
this is my other one that I'm painting over on this side. There's two different ones.
Mine
this is what I'm doing on the other side.
Almost the same. Just so you know, because I did that already. Because I got real cocky.
I did that too. I'm just painting.
I did the same thing. I did exactly the same thing. So
honestly, I'm probably gonna take this teal and go over a lot of this down here. I kind of lost my lines just a touch, because I got really excited about just moving my brush, and I forgot to like stay within my lines. So I might just redo my lines when we get to that second mountain.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know how sometimes you just get kind of like paint happy or whatever you call it?
Yeah, that's what happened. Absolutely.
And you're just like, I couldn't stop. You know, once I started, I just couldn't stop doing it.
Yeah, you're feeling the la-di-da of it all. And I get it. I get it. I get lost a lot.
Technically, I think means we're painters now.
Yeah,
we are. We're professional.
We're real artists, all of us.
I love painting so much. I want to make. I got this big. I don't know. I got something in the mail that was really big, and it came with like a big board, like a big piece of pressed wood, and I was like, ooh, I want to paint our family tree on that and put it in my daughter's nursery. So
that's so cute.
Yeah, and every time I see it, I'm like, it needs to be like a swirly little clamped looking tree.
Yeah,
you know?
With like the whirly doos and the doodads. Yeah. Totally.
So
I know it's funny because you can say that, and I can see it in my mind.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about, based on the Tree of Life from the Klimt.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Now.
Fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. All right.
All right. Let's unfuck it. Okay. We're gonna unfuck it. We're gonna go into cleaning our brush, and last we will go and do our very teal. Now, I know that a lot of this is still kind of wet, so I'm gonna start working down here first and then work my way up so that I have a little bit of time to let this dry. If while you're painting, and this is the part where I said if you guys have like a blow dryer or something, you could use that. I didn't think we would be able to use it on stream because that would probably be obnoxious to listen to on the stream. Fair. But if you don't want or don't have a blow dryer or don't want to use one, you can always just do one of these guys.
Yes.
And you're just kind of like letting it dry a little bit, maybe fanning yourself if you're getting hot and bothered by all this painting.
I got a fan.
Maybe you're thinking about Bob Ross and flooding your basement, so you gotta fan yourself out a little bit.
Yeah, flood that basement.
But yeah.
No, my fan is working wonders.
Oh,
that's right, you have a
your
fan. Amazing.
Smart. So smart.
It was a little hot.
Great idea.
A little hot in this room. There we go.
Okay. I'm now going to grab my teal and I'm going to go down here at the bottom.
Okay. So a little bit of teal.
Yep. And I'm filling in that last.
Okay.
Oh yes, now I got.
Is that you, babe?
Teal. Ooh. I will never stop playing with paint. I know that. Right. Even if I'm not painting.
Yeah.
Right? Just mushing it around on your plate.
Liquid colors.
I got a hot tip. If you want like a really big canvas, for a very good price, cheap price, check out your local like Ross or like Marshalls or TJ Maxx. And they sell these like really huge canvases for like $11.99, which normally they cost a lot more than that. But I got this really big one and I switched around my house a little bit because we're redoing our kitchen. And I got this really big one and I'm gonna be doing a painting. I'm gonna texture the paint. So I'm gonna add like gesso to it. And then I'm going to first make the painting with like the gesso and make it all textured and then paint on top of it to like look like it's like kind of 3D. And I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be my first time working with a canvas this big.
Sounds cool.
That's awesome.
I love that. Yes, your tips are very helpful. Thank you. Actually. I have to admit, this is the one time I've used more paper towels than I ever have. But that's only because I'm the master at work right now.
That's right. Gotta be, if you ain't flinging that paint, you ain't painting.
Damn straight. That's why, like, ever since the first time we started the painting, I just have like flecks of paint all over my microphone, all over my computer. What does it matter?
Yeah. I just flung a little bit into my mouth. Good thing it's non-toxic. I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Nom nom. Yeah, just I want you guys to think like every time you go to sit somewhere and you see a fleck of paint, just know I'm out there in the world loving you.
Oh, I love that.
True. And that goes for everyone in chat. Every single person. I love you all very much.
Oh, this is it tonight, guys. I can feel it. This is it. This is our crush.
It's good. We're driving. We're in good motion, good mood, positive energy. Kombucha, the booch. I just call it the booch now because I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I know I have a kombucha thing, like a little weird thing to make it with that my friend Anna gave to me for us to make it together. It's just been sitting there for a while, so I don't know if it's even okay to make, but whatever. I have some living thing in a bag.
You're gonna get lit off of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn straight.
Super fermented.
Oh man. For some reason, and I don't know her very well, but I feel like Anna would totally be able to stomach it and like keep it moving.
She's pretty good at that. She's like barely 5 foot, but she can take in a lot more than most people I know.
Hey, I'm right there with her.
Very cool.
Man, I used to be. Sometimes I miss it. I miss it.
I mean, it's
wait.
hard, like.
I look forward to seeing how easily drunk I'm gonna get.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude,
it's gonna be
so
fast.
Yeah,
so
we talked
easily.
about that. We're gonna feed Lexi right before a lot of like a plate of pasta, and then we're gonna take her out and we're gonna start her out slow, and work her, and she can work her way up again.
Honestly, that's probably the best way to go, because if you go too hard on your first time back, you're gonna like, it's gonna destroy your drive.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I gotta keep wanting to drink, right? That's something that I have to do. I have to keep wanting it. I think
You
so.
don't. If
No. I'm just I'm kidding.
I saw something today that said, I know I'm in my 30s because being drunk isn't worth being hungover or whatever. I don't know, something like that. And I felt that really hard this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I had as much fun drinking as I would have fun, like, not having a shitty headache this morning. So, all right. Now we're gonna work in our background up here, and we're gonna do a little bit of stars. Now, we're gonna splatter a little bit. So my suggestion is, if you don't want to get like super, super crazy with it, and you wanted to get really like just in this tiny area, my suggestion would be to kind of block your arm on it when you're doing it, and you can kind of catch some of the splatter, or like kind of block around it so that your arm will get paint on it, but you'll catch most of the stuff that might be spitting sort of everywhere. But we're not gonna get like super cray. We're just gonna take some water and some white, and we're gonna water down some white like to a pretty good consistency. My consistency is, hold up. I want to be able to pat and it not come out of the brush, but when I pull back and like spray the brush, it will spray forward. So not that it drips like this, but wet enough that it'll fly onto the canvas.
All right, this is the moment of truth right here.
This is very scary.
Yeah. And you can do this with any brush, by the way. It does not have to be one particular kind of brush. And I'm 100% about to ruin some nails here, but I'm just going to lightly pull back on my brush with my finger and then let the brush sort of flick forward. And then I kind of have stars in my sky.
Oh, I see.
So I'm just doing it. Do you want to see that one more time, just in case? And you might get a little bit on your mountains, and that's okay, or you can kind of cover your mountains up too if you need to. But here we go. Show you guys that one more time. You're only using one hand.
That's cool. I love this.
I mean, you can totally use two hands. The harder you pull back, though, the wider the spray is. So if you just kind of lightly push back, like almost like you're strumming a guitar string, rather than like really forcefully pulling back all the bristles and letting them fling forward, you'll get tinier dots, but you'll get sort of more concentrated sprays. So you don't have to worry about it getting like really wild.
Oh, this is fun. Oops. I'm making a mess of
I kind of like mine a little wild. Mine's going to be a little bit wild.
Get it.
We're using white, by the way, silly Christy.
Yes.
Just like that. Yep, I got a whole constellation on here. It's perfect.
Yay! Oh yeah, I got some on my mountains. Oops.
And you can just kind of, you got some on your mountains, go grab your color, just sort of blend them in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I totally did too. I went a little crazy. I went back and flicked more and I shouldn't have, but it's okay.
Yay, stars.
I can't help but futz with it, so yeah. Oh.
Quite all right.
Yeah. It's got a few planets on there, but you know.
I love that.
That's fine. Name the planets. Have a party.
There's about 1 million of them. I can't name all of them, but we'll come up with them as we come along.
I love it. Yeah, make whole universes confined in your picture.
Glitternip says mine looks like a forceful spray of jizz, which is exactly what I was just thinking when I looked at mine.
Yeah, that's good.
So from the pearly jizz to the
forceful to the splattered jizz
to the shotgun jizz.
Oh yeah, baby!
It takes all kinds.
Damn straight.
All right.
So now we're still in flicking phase, right?
I mean, I'm done flicking. You can flick if you have a brush that has like a if you have a brush that has like a little end to it like this, and you want to make a sort of a bigger dot, you can take the end of the brush like so and just sort of like lightly tap, and you can make sort of bigger, like if you wanted to do like a constellation maybe. So here I did like the dipper, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Or like just kind of making a little bit, if you have like a favorite constellation, you can throw that in there. And I'm just lightly, really lightly pressing that onto my canvas.
But I don't want it to be like the dots like last time. I really went fucking full hog last time with those dots.
Me too. There was like no room because I put dots on top of dots.
Dots on dots on dots on dots.
Yeah. Dots on dots on dots.
We were my friend and I were talking about she was talking about getting a job, and we were talking about the people who sit on cakes, right?
Oh yeah.
And like how do you make money doing that? And she's got a big old booty. And I was like, you should do that and name it Cakes on Cakes. And we always call her big old butt cheeks cakes.
I think that.
And I'm like, we'll just start a business, Cakes on Cakes. I love it.
That's
delicious.
Oh yeah.
That's all I can say. Delicious. I wrote the tagline.
delicious.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Done.
I love that.
I love it. Is she into it? She gonna do it?
She's I don't know. I mean, she's got a job. She was just like talking about making a little extra money on the side, and we were like brainstorming what we could do.
Definitely do it. I think she should.
Yeah, right?
I want to sit on
but
a cake.
there's no cake. I mean, really, you know what I would probably excel at is like maybe mushing muffins with my boobs.
Ooh,
I don't think sitting on a cake would be good for me, but like if I squeezed something to death with my breasts, that might work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, many people.
I mean, it
would
does
be
me
into
every day. I almost die every morning when I wake up if they're sitting on my throat in the right way. So.
Oh man.
Okay, we're gonna get to use our fun pens. Okay. Now you want to shake it up. And when you first open these, when you crack this bad boy open, the end of it is not going to have gold in it, right? It's one of those ones where you have to like kind of press down on it a couple times and shake it so that the felt tip can fill with the gold paint. And so you'll have that and it'll be ready to go. If you want to practice drawing on your plate and until you feel like you have a good consistency of paint coming out of the end. Now, if you are painting this gold on here, it will maybe take like 2 good coats. So do a first one, and then with the second one, you'll get like a really nice shimmer shine. The first one might look a little bit thin, and then that second one is going to give you that like little sparkle underneath. And you can go in and use this to draw the circle that we drew on earlier.
Right, yeah.
And just do your best, okay? I think people get stressed out about circles. They can be a little stressful. So just do your very best. I like to think of them as like doing parentheses that just connect a little bit.
I gotcha. Yeah, because mine.
It's all in the wrist, right? Isn't that the thing? Like, it's like don't worry about the rest of your arm. It's all in the wrist.
Yes, and yes, absolutely. And so if you are painting this gold on, using your brush, making sure you have the right amount of paint on your brush, and then using your brush very lightly. So I'm going to show on this. When I have paint on my brush and I'm trying to make lines with it, I'm going to use the up and down, the thin part, not the wide part, but the thin part. And I want to try to keep a consistent pressure all the way through. The more pressure you place, the bigger your line will be. And the little pressure that you place, the smaller your line will be, right? But for your own sanity, just you don't have to go super, super light or super, super dark. Just try to get into a comfortable spot, because it doesn't matter how big the line technically is, right? But yeah, we're going to color in this gold.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not like a perfect circle, but it is my circle. And
yes.
And it's perfect because it's yours.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it has character. It stands out from the other circle.
I love this.
Absolutely.
This is
or if you screw up, you can just make it a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah,
that's what I did. Just make it a little bit bigger. It's a super moon.
Right.
It's a super moon.
Start small, and it can always get a little bit bigger.
Oh my God, please get me a role where I have to gain weight. I'd be so good at it.
Yeah, Silly Christy, yeah, the smell of this paint pen is the closest I've been to drunk in 6 months.
It's a little intense, huh?
All right, there.
Jackie, I had a doctor who asked me if I wanted to get lap band surgery, and said, all you have to do is gain just another 50 pounds. And I was like,
Christ.
Could I do that? Oh yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Do I want to do that? No, thank you.
No, I don't. Thank you.
And also, I didn't ask. You volunteered that information.
Which is also very against like what a fucking doctor should like. That's not. It should be.
I don't like my doctor very much. I should say that. He's a dick.
Yeah, you should probably get a new doctor. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I think you should get a new doctor.
Right? No, I know I should. I just don't go to the doctor enough to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I go there and like, just re-up my meds. Bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have that kind of relationship at this point.
Yeah. It's like, you know what you need better.
I see my chiropractor more than I see my doctor. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All
right, so we should go back over that after it's dried a little.
Yeah, give it a little time, and then once it's dry. Now I'm going to start down. I want to try to make sure that the area that I'm drawing on is dry as well when it comes to these mountains. I know for sure that this bottom one is nice and dry. So I'm just going to start by running my paint pen across the top of my mountain.
You do that so easily.
All right. I'm about a drink and a half in, but I bet I can do this.
I know you can. I know you can.
We'll find out.
It's like all in the confidence. It's like walking on ice.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like you grab your toes and you just go for it.
That's right.
This isn't dry yet for me because I just went over it with like a little bit darker. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
you can do that fan thing too, and it'll help dry it up a little bit as well.
And my line might be a little bit on the thick side, but that's the first line.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, thick.
Oh, I didn't paint my bottom. I didn't paint my bottom, y'all.
You're right, Nuka Babe. I don't really play video games is incredible. She is just like so good at intuiting needs and just being amazing. And we love her.
Love. I hope. I have like a cigar. Absolutely love.
And so fast, yeah.
My babe. Oh, I know. I know.
Oh, I like the gold. The gold.
Isn't that nice?
Cool. Yeah.
It's nice against the blue, isn't it? It kind of it's that like little warm energy that the whole painting needed.
It's very
so if you can go ahead and just start outlining all of the different mountains.
Sounds good, Manic Chaos.
Keep watching. Buddy.
Yeah, I'm loving the gold.
Isn't that, I just love it. And I also love the fact that we got to use a paint pen instead of stressing everybody out with trying to paint the gold on there. If you are painting the gold on there and you're stressing out, know that I am with you in your heart. And also know that it's just paint and you can always paint over it.
Yep. Or you can just learn to love and accept it for what it is.
Dang straight.
You're so cute, Caroline.
I know.
It's better than being pissed off. That's for sure.
Honestly, it's why it's the same way of like how I can start. I've started slowly being able to play games again. Like I have to like go in and be like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just play the game. Don't get upset. I mean, you saw, like, I think everyone's watched me like Phoenix while playing Among Us because it really is like, I mean, I had to go to therapy for anger problems, you know? It's difficult for me to play games.
I'm with you on that. I too was a child who went to anger management. So
like, just stop being angry. It's like, I'll put your fucking head through the wall.
My favorite was, so tell me what makes you angry? And I was like, fucking being here makes me angry.
Everything. You breathing right now makes me angry. Matter when they would like pillows to punch, and I'm just like, this isn't changing it. Like, punch the pillow, punch it out. I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking beat the shit out of somebody at school tomorrow because you're making me get pillows.
My favorite thing was that they were like, that the whole reason I had to get into the class at first was because this girl hit me, so I beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do I have to be here? I just defended myself.
Yeah, no,
I just happened to be the one who won. Sorry. I was a shot putter in high school, not the smartest person to try to fist fight because I could throw a 10-pound shot put like 37 feet.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Don't come at me.
And then they always make it on you. Like, no, this bitch had been like throwing food at me every day. And there were times when she would hold me up against the locker and shove food in my mouth in front of other people. And then I snapped and I took her face and I slammed it into the like locker over and over and over again. Broke her nose. I broke part. I got suspended. And my mom was the one that was like, no. She has been being brutalized and she stood up for herself. I don't give a fuck. So we went to anger management because my mom's fucking badass. but she still was
Yeah.
like, I'm not upset with you for what you did. I wish you hadn't broken her nose because now we got to pay for all this. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's what my mom said. My mom walked in there and said to the principal, because they suspended me too, and she said, I told my daughter, you don't go around hitting people, but if someone hits you, you better beat their ass. And, the principal was like, well, we have a no tolerance, policy, blah, blah, blah. And my mom's like, okay. And she like looked at me and she's like, ready to have 3 days off of school? And I was like, let's do this. And then because I was like, no. My poor mom was like a single mom. She's like working 3 jobs, and she's like, you called me in here for this? Like, you made me have to find somebody to work for me so I could come in here to have you tell me that somebody hit my daughter and she retaliated? Like, yeah, man. I also have a badass mom.
We are definitely lucky to have a parent like that, because I feel like, I don't know what would have happened if I didn't.
Yeah.
Silly Chairs, thank you so much for the message. They said, Lexi, I just want to say I'm listening to Talking TV and I'm laughing at you guys talking about the lack of sleep when the baby comes. It's not fun, but it doesn't last forever. Like every kid's stage. Just remember, it doesn't last forever. I love you guys and think you make great parents. You'll make great parents. Just the first 6 to 8 months are part nightmare unless you get lucky with an extra peaceful baby. That's okay. Thank you for saying that so much. Yeah. Thank you.
It could go either way, because it's going to be half Lexi and half Holden. It's a 50-50 chance. But, I think it's going to turn out great. If anything, that baby's going to get the best of both of you, and I know it. So
that's right.
I love you. Thank you very much. I realized that I was a nightmare baby. I had colic, and so, and Holden was easy. Interesting how roles have reversed. Now he's the nightmare.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that just wild?
I was very high maintenance as a baby. But damn, you guys, I'm like so impressed at your brawling ability. I think that if I were to have gotten into a fight in high school, my mom would have applauded me as well. Because she was a fighter. My mom was, oh my gosh, she was like, she and her sister used to beat the shit out of each other. Oh,
yeah.
My mom will still like throw down and like threaten to kick someone's ass. And I'm like, Mom, you can't do that. You will break.
I know, but I feel like I'm going to do that till the day I die. I think I will forever be the girl that like, I think the last time I exploded like that was before my children at a bar, but like I will always be the person that like if someone's doing something wrong and they want to go fisticuffs, bring it. Come on over. Because I'm just waiting for the day I can hit something for a reason.
Give me a reason.
I'm just kind of like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna be the person who just goes around smacking people, but I will be a bitch who will smack someone who deserves it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I see your guys' lines?
Well, you can see mine from all the way in the West Coast.
I think you can also see mine from the West Coast as well, even though I'm
We're almost there.
We're almost
there.
Really big, Carolina,
it's almost gaudy. I love it.
They're big. They're big.
That's okay.
But this
right,
is,
so,
although then it goes to show the paint pen versus the, it's like you can do it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't
There's no
matter.
right way to do it.
There is no right way. That's absolutely right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these like fun little, they kind of look like roots to me. Like that's what I think of when I see them. And I just want to explain real quick how I did this. So I kind of went in and I assumed that everything was going to kind of stem from the peak, but you can still bring them in the middles here. And essentially, I'll do it right up here. What you want to do is you start at the peak and you just kind of, by the way, I did this earlier and I have like glitter speckles all over my boobs from shaking my pen too hard. But I am going to take the pen and I'm going to just sort of like squiggle it down, right? And then I kind of want to base all my guys after that. So I want like them to sometimes touch and then sometimes go away from each other. And I'm just kind of creating little pockets. You can think of them as like, I don't know, like maybe little worms and they're just kind of going down.
That's cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, I see where we're going with this. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And what do the gold lines represent? I mean, artistically, if someone to ask me, what do they mean? What do I say? It's the vein of the fabric of our society. Or no, they're just gold lines that we put on a mountain.
It's the tears of our Mother Earth crying for humanity.
I like that. Recycle.
Yes. Recycle. Shout out to recycling. They can look like a little bit like oh, you know what it is? They look like wavy teardrops. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Cool. Reagan Pipe Rose says, what do they mean to you, Carolina? What they mean to me means just using more gold. That really was what it means to me. Like, how do they speak to you?
Accidentally did a little vagina right there. That's fun.
Oh, okay, girl.
Your daughter.
Yes.
Aww.
It's because you have double vaginas right now.
I do have 2 vaginas right now. I didn't even think about that. I also have 2 brains, and you'd think that would make me smarter, but it really doesn't. Actually, I think I'm just
that's
sharing
not how that works.
brain.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just one just went to the other one. You just can't use it.
Yeah, it's true.
God, mom brain is very real. Mom brain is incredibly real.
Golden Mountain Vagina.
Woo. Gold Mountain Vagina. Thank you, Manicat Chaos. That is the name of this. This is a Gold Mountain Vagina chain.
Yeah.
I love it.
Appreciate it.
So I'm going to skip these 2 mountains here, and then I'm going to do it on my teal mountain as well.
Oh, cool. Here we go. I like it. Do you know where did you come up with this, like this basis for this painting? Is this something you came up with, or is this something you found, or like how did you find the inspiration for this necessarily? This is really
honestly
cool.
I look on Pinterest. It's part of my job as a person who does like wine and paint classes is to keep up with to kind of be on the forefront of trends when it comes to color patterns, or like for a long time the really well-liked color pattern was mustard and teal, right? So that's like a really something that a lot of people like. It makes them really happy. Like when I was younger, it was like a baby blue and chocolate brown, or so you just kind of have to know.
Oh my God, my sister's whole house is still in the baby blue chocolate.
Is it? Yes. That was like a big color combo. And so it's part of my job to kind of see those patterns. Also animal stuff, like what animal kids are going to kind of go crazy for next. So for a while it was foxes, and then right now I feel like it's crawling into the reptile place, where people are really starting to find cute little reptile things, and flamingos was a thing for a while, pandas.
Oh my God!
And then that way
reptile thing though for the nursery.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. That would be cute. We actually just got a new family member, a little crested gecko.
Aww.
Named Ziggy Stardust, and love him so much. He's so cute. He's very stressed out because he came here from Alaska. My friends sent him over to us. But he's really cute. And I can't wait to hold him when he's not as so stressed out.
Aww.
Yeah, give them some time, some space. That's what they're used to in Alaska. And then they'll come like, oh, reptile.
Well, he's like brand new baby. He's like, he got, came out of his shell just a week before he got sent to us.
Oh.
So he just little baby.
That's so sweet.
And my daughter had been asking for a gecko / any type of reptile forever for her birthday. And so it just worked out. I mean, her birthday's not till October, but I was like, this is part of your birthday present, just so you know.
I love that. That's really cool.
It's always fun when they forget, though, and you're like, no, I said that this
Yeah.
is part of it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
remember when I
Please.
gave you that present? That was, I meant to.
Yeah. Do you remember that really expensive gecko I gave you? All right. And when you have finished bringing Gaia's tears down the mountainsides,
Yeah.
that is our
Gaia.
last little thingy.
Extreme close up.
Yay!
Woo! Woo!
I love.
I
You, of
love it.
course, please feel free to do all the things that you would like to do to your painting. Put aliens in the sky and whatnot.
I was thinking more like the Uruguayan rugby team, but it's not.
Yeah. Uruguayan rugby team. Oh
Like
my
it
gosh.
was like part of a plane fuselage, and then
Yeah.
I don't know if I should keep going with this joke. But
it's a good bit. And look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at mine side by side though.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
oh my
Isn't that
god!
crazy? I didn't do that on purpose at all. So that's crazy.
That's so cool.
amazing.
And now my landscape has 2 moons. Isn't that gosh, Star Wars? Is it?
Star Wars with the
Yeah.
2 suns and on Tatooine.
Yeah, Tatooine. That's what I. Yep. Oh, I know about those things very well. My husband knows that. We got one half of a group.
Then we make the Toshi station right over here where Luke is supposed to pick up converters with his friends.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that movie again. I don't remember that exact line. But yes, I love this. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Lexi's. Wow.
Thanks, baby.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and if
Really
you
cool.
feel so inclined, you can do little gold stars in the sky if you want to like kind of flex some gold in there as well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Totally up
I'm
to
loving
you.
the gold. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jackie? Can I see yours?
Now
when
let's
you're
see
done?
Jackie's.
I feel like I need to do it over again, but that's okay.
No.
It's fine. It's just a
Oh,
lot
that's really-
of gold rather than an accento of gold.
No, it's really good.
Oh no, I think it's really cute. I like the gold. I think the gold is what kind of makes it pop really well.
Yeah, yeah,
It really is what breaks the whole painting up, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I still put another UFO in the corner.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
In the middle of yours, B, you have a butt, and I love it. See that little like
Where's
curvy
my butt?
It's like I can't really. I'm like trying to touch
it
the
this?
screen. Yeah, it's right there. And look at the
It's
butt.
my booty.
It's a
Oh
butt.
my god,
my
it
gosh.
is a great butt.
Right?
I love it.
It's probably the best butt I'll ever have. We'll put it that way. I know it's butt summer, but my butt is staying inside of a
I understand.
hippie skirt, a
I
boho skirt.
understand. I love it. Hot Girl says, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's going on Insta. That's what I like to
Yes,
Yay.
please
proud
tag
of what
us.
we
I
created.
can't wait to see
Tag
your
us if
guys'
you
stuff.
can.
I'm really excited.
Exactly.
Yes,
I'm
please
very
tag
excited.
us.
Tag all 4 of us if you can.
Yeah.
Please, we want to see
Please.
what you guys came up with. It would be great. I would love to put you guys on my Insta stories. If you want to tag me on that
Yay.
too, that would be fantastic. I would love to share that story. because it's just like for fun. That's really what it is. And that's what I love.
Yeah.
And if anything, it just makes me feel good to do something. I'm like, that's not my strength, but then, I'm kind of proud of this. So it's like,
yeah,
hey.
Absolutely. You should be proud of it.
Yeah.
100%.
Nuka.
Mine. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, totally.
So, thank you so much. Honestly,
oh,
babe,
absolutely.
You did such a great job. And I feel like this is like,
of course,
every single one is like better than the last. And this is the better.
Yeah.
Like, they're always better,
I also feel like we're evolving in like our style too. We're kind of honing in on what our like group style is, which I really like. I kind of love an aesthetic.
It's so much fun.
So yeah. Thank you guys for having me. I'm always happy to be here.
Yes, and thank you. So, and next week you've got Lisa Rose over on Dinner with Dolly. Yes. And where can everybody find you?
Twitch.tv/Holdinator. So no, Twitch.tv/ Twitch.tv/ that's my name B is where you can find me. But if you want to follow, you can follow me on Instagram, or there's like a Facebook page, Dinner with Dolly, or you could just follow me, and I usually tag myself in there. I'm you will be a hot dancer with underscores in between them because of an Incubus song. I really like Incubus a lot. I still do, but anyway.
Hey, that lead singer Brenda is cute, so I'm all about it. Thank you. I don't really play video games. She just posted the Twitch channel, so you guys can also start.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to everybody who's been watching Dinner with Dolly and supporting and donating. We've been raising like money, like over $100 almost every time, and that's kind of nice.
Awesome.
And, we just raised $125 for the Trevor Project, the last one.
That's great.
Yes, so it's been really cool. So thank you guys all for supporting, and thank you guys because I would never have done it without you.
I'm so glad that you did.
I would have never done this without you. Are you kidding?
Wing and Marrow, thank you for the cheers. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
I
Thank you
can't
so
wait.
much again, B, for teaching all of us. And we will see you guys all next week at Dinner with Dolly at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Definitely check it out. I don't really play video games, just posted it up. And I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about big boob boho fashion. That's what I requested.
Oh,
boho fashion for the big old boobies.
I need that in my life so badly. Okay. All right.
Well, come on by.
I'll be there.
I embrace that demographic as well. You're speaking my language.
I love it.
How do I wear? I can't wear a shirt with buttons because they give me a boob window that I don't want to show. Unless I want
She's a man, baby. Hot girl. Thank you so
I have
much.
to sew this up myself. I put these little buttons on here and sewed this up because no tank top ever fits properly on me. It's just like Separation City, and I look like I have an ass on my chest. So, and I can't live like this anymore. So I've learned to sew in order to do it. But
it helps.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It does.
Thank you so much, Hot Girl, for the $20 donation. You are amazing. Thank you. That is really, really lovely and amazing. And thank you so much. And
love you guys so much.
Yes, and everybody check out Wing and Marrow. Last podcast on the left is a huge part of our life, and we need more fans in here. All right, check out their Instagram.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Mwah.
Thank you for painting with me.
We love you guys. Thank you.
Willie for a day.
Look at that. Oh, I know. I have like
beans and boys ding-a-ling. Yes, Freud is right about penis in me. I wish you could take yours off and lend it to me. Cause if I had a willy for just a day, I'd be standing up and spray all over the place. Put it in a soft can, jerk off, slap it hard across the face. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be a woman. Just sometimes it is like bottom. To ride a bike doesn't hurt to wear a thong. And you play it like a flute while singing a song. If I had a willy for just a day, I'd whip it out riding on the subway. Measure his length and compare it to his. If we cross
Thank you
swords,
guys
I'd
so
shoot
much
with my
for that, guys.
chin.
I really appreciate it. It brings so much joy to my life.
Player right there. Yes, I am.
It's full of protein. Look at all this. Put all
2, 3, 4. Oh, my warrior would get lonely without his buddies.
There you go, like a big mural, but just all of your paintings. I love.
Life would be grand if I had a pair of nuts. We play hide and seek with them and I bury 'em in my butt.
Read it to the actual.
If I had Texas for just a day, I'd yell blue balls just to get laid. Put my knees together and squish between my legs. Jump up and down and come spray away.
You're always my favorite one.